How to think long term. that that's a key. How to think long term. So we'll cover this in a few seconds. I'm going to reach out to my inner circle. We're doing a breakthrough today, and also all to my super chatters. And we'll get started just in a few seconds. So, hi, Bill Shoemaker. You're absolutely correct. Hey, Melody, Dustin, Mary. Uh, Let me see. Lisa Marie, great. Sandy, Vernay, Arthur, Katie, Randy, Jerome, or James, Kai, Kevin. How are you, Kevin? Great to have you on here. And we're Deborah. We're already there. Hello, buddy. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is How to Think Long Term. How to Think Long Term. Now, I just thought of another video, but I've always done a video on find out what everybody else is doing and do the exact opposite. So if you notice, our world, I don't know what it really is now, but maybe, someone can find this out. But it used to be where people had an 8-second attention span, 8 seconds. And now it's smaller. So one of the things that, squirrel, squirrel, and then you even got people with their mouth that will say, well, I'm ADD. You know what I mean? I'm HADDD. And ADD stands for always dealing with distractions. So what's really, really gotten people to the point now is they don't have any patience. Zero patience. And believe it or not, everything in life is one, you're aware of it. If someone said, Robert, what do you wish for me? If you could take a magic wand and I could, snap you guys, probably some of you get offended, but if I just reached out and did a little plap on your forehead, what would I want for you? I would want for you exactly what my mentors have done for me. And that's get me to have the awareness that the people that are truly, truly, truly happy and fulfilled in life, and that equates to success and fulfillment, are people that are daydreamers. And what they're doing is they've practiced and disciplined themselves on a day-to-day basis, like the 6-phase meditation, to force themselves to learn how to think 3 years from now. Now, thinking 3 years from now is one thing, but now how do you plug in all of our senses, right? So, what does it smell like where I am 3 years from now when I'm creating my perfect day? So, if you ask people what their perfect day is, or even what they want, they don't know. It's because they're living moment to 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 moment. And so yesterday, I want to thank Craig again, one of our visionaries, Craig Jackman, along with my son, Matthew Hollis, and all of you that participated, in our podcast, talking about freedom, the cost of freedom. And what you'll notice is the people that are disciplined, which is to a lot of people, a bad word, right? But like Craig says all the time, you practice gets you gooder, right? Practice doesn't make you perfect, but you just get gooder and gooder. So people that think long term are always emotionally connected with their vision. Vision inspires success in others now. So the reason that they have so much energy, the reason they're so happy, the reason that they're so lucky is because they're constantly in a state of mind of how exciting it's going to be when these things happen for them. See, it's not whether or not they happen, they're just always thinking. So, people have said to me and my son just had spent a couple of hours on a Zoom. We always are masterminding. And again, we're watching the world change, wait a minute. It's always changing. It's always changing. And so people are thinking about, artificial intelligence, AI. They're thinking about, virtual reality, augmented reality. There's going to be a few people always, I don't know why, around that 5%. And maybe I just answered my own question. The reason that 5% of people always seem to be doubling or tripling or more what average people do is because the people that were visionaries in the past are dying. But yet there's this 5% of people out there that find people that make them aware to get them to discipline in each and every day, maybe some periods of times a day. For me, when I found out that I had stinking thinking, when I found out that my words, my thoughts created words that I threw out, that my mind heard, that was sending out energy and vibrations to the universe, that was creating my reality. Ooh, damn, that was good. That's when I needed to go, wow, now that I'm aware that I'll be judged for every idle word that comes out of my mouth. This is written in almost every success book, every religious book, is words have power. But before we say words, we thought about them. And that's where worry and fear. So what we're doing is we're living in the present instead of being connected emotionally to what we're going to create 3 years from now. So the discipline of my mentor giving me this book to get me disciplined every night before I go to bed, to have the right thoughts, to think in a certain way, to change my programming, where I'm always telling people where I'm going to be years from now. And if you look at my entire life, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm the luckiest person I know. I just keep getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there. Wouldn't it be neat if you were the kind of person that every time someone's seen you, you were more fulfilled? You were helping and making a bigger impact. You have done more things. You have helped more people. The way to greatness is the service of many. What if every time you had a family reunion or a school reunion, you were living a better life and a better lifestyle than when they remembered you before? So first, it's the thought, because I remember having these thoughts. Come on. Positive thinking. Come on. You think it, and because you continue to think it and speak it, it builds your confidence and your belief. Your vision pulls you. Vision inspires success in others now. So now you're excited and your enthusiasm, God within, and you're excited about creating the future. It's like, so if there's always going to be 5% of those people, 5% of those people in the United States and the world that are consistently pulling it off, right? Living the dreams and the lifestyle that only others could dream about. We get to point at each and every one of them and go, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. And in the midst of all this craziness going on in the world, there's other ones that have already done it, that are leaving legacies and a lifestyle for a whole group of people that will never, ever, ever, ever know. Think about that. Do you guys realize how many people are living a lifestyle of their dreams? And it was because someone like you and I made the decision today. And so teaching people long term, I've actually said this. If people in an interview with me, and I've done so many interviews, But if someone is interviewing me and they go, Robert, is there anything that you would change about your past? It's one thing that I can think of instantaneously that, is called daily cost averaging. It's where I would believe in long term enough to buy stock in Apple when they first came on the stock exchange, or maybe Nvidia, or any of these companies that we know that everyone says it. Oh my God, if I bought $1,000 worth of Apple, if I bought $1,000 worth of Apple when it first came public, I'd be worth 20 million or a couple billion, whatever it would be, right? There's actually calculators out there, you guys. You can go on Google and put in, what if I invested $1,000 in any stock that we know that the company today is a $3 trillion company? 3 trillion. But I never did that. I never did that. People always say The Richest Man in Babylon. It's not a book that I promote a lot, but in The Richest Man in Babylon, the whole concept is that 10% of whatever you do, you pay yourself first, and then you take 10% and you give it away. And every one of us, whether we're making $50, so that would be $5, if we just constantly were disciplined enough to think long term, because we all know that markets go up and markets go down. Real estate goes up, real estate goes down. The economy goes up, the economy goes down. Everything in life has this ebb and flow. Jim Rohn called it the seasons, right? So you can be excited about, spring, and you can be excited about, summer, but we all know that fall is coming, and behind fall is winter. Now, there's some people that love winter and they don't like summer. So their seasons are different, right? But bottom line, if you just are consistent on a daily basis of constantly plugging into a long-term vision, it doesn't make a difference if the markets are going up and down. Warren Buffett has proved that if you just buy companies, some of you are going, I think you need money to buy. Yeah, but he made the money to buy companies from investing. Like, he just knew that Ford was still going to be here. He just knew that General Motors was still going to be here. He just knew that Coca-Cola and Pepsi were going to be here. You see what I mean? And it's like he didn't fall like the other 95% of the people on the planet that are right now, oh, God darn it, right now I'm watching it. So you invest money like I did in crypto. I did it too late. And then the bottom fell out under it and I'm in trouble. No, I'm not in trouble because I only invest, right? I only invest my time, my money, my personal development, my energy into something long term. I just have not done that in the investing world. Stupid. So I'm one of those people that make a lot of cash flow, and then I hoard that cash flow. See what I mean? I keep focusing on developing cash flow instead of compounding, right? Compounding. Now, I do that in business because a lot of people hear, that mathematical formula, 2 can turn into 4, that can turn into 8, that can turn into 16, that can turn into 32, that can turn into 64, that can turn into 30,000, that can turn into 758,000, that can turn into 2.6 million. All the numbers that I just shared with you is not only customers, but also affiliates that I've had in my group. So someone taught me this theoretical example about not only residual, but also compounding and leverage. So I've used it in the business model that I've been involved for 36 years because I just love the concept. And people go, well, what do you do? And I go, well, I currently have 30,000 people responsible for my income. What? Yeah, how many people do you have responsible for your income? So I've always figured out this leverage model and helping people get results and getting them paydays. I think someone posted, today is payday. So, it's funny because Jim Rohn would always bring this up with Earl Schoaf, his mentor, right? And he was going, the company just doesn't pay me enough. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Then the words would be, I can't afford, you can't afford not to. It's like, what? What are you talking about right now? You can't afford not to. You don't understand. I don't have any money. The company doesn't pay me enough. Well, I got a quick question for you. Sure. Do they actually pay everybody the same amount of money? No, that's not true. What are you talking about? Are there actually people in your company that do make money? Yes, a lot. Like, honestly, how much? Like 1 million a month? So let me get this, right? So you have a person in your company that's earned over $1 million a month? Yes. And what do you think they do different than you? The answer is a lot of things. They first have worked on personal development to get themselves to think differently. Think differently. So the thing that you think about the most comes to pass. Oh my God, I spend most of my time thinking about being broke and why the world is so mean to me and why I'm a victim and why our government sucks and all these things that are scaring me. I spend all my time thinking about how awful I got it. And then there's another group of people that constantly are like, well, they're just optimistic. They just live, they believe in these I am statements and, they do meditation and they do all this stupid garbage stuff that doesn't work. And just like Craig says all the time, Henry Ford, if you think that it will, you're right. If you think that it won't, you're right. So I can do that. You can. Well, that doesn't work for me. I can't do that. You're right. So what makes the difference between the people that believe that they can and the people that believe that they can't? It's being aware that people are doing it and that you need to do what they do to get what they got. If you continue to do what you do, you're going to continue to get what you get. The definition of insanity. Doing same things over and over and over again, expecting a different result. I don't. If there's anyone that's followed me for years, like a Melody Riva, like my son, like Craig, I'm constantly changing. I'm constantly looking at the horizon and I'm going like, I got to intersect this wherever it's going, right? I can remember being the first on the internet. I was using a computer before they sold mouses. I remember when the mouse came out. Are you kidding me? Wow, how easy this is. So I'm going to consistently be on the cutting edge the best that I can. And I listen to people and it's like, I'm excited about artificial intelligence. I'm excited about virtual reality. I'm excited about augmented virtual reality. I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to miss it. And other people are going to sit around and do like they've done the rest of their life is watch it happen. See, there's two kinds of people. One person that capitalizes on it. And then the other people that are purchasers of it. So all the people that are on here, I'm not going to get a remote control. Like my father-in-law used to say, Sam, I miss you. He's going, the day you're so damn lazy, you can't get off your ass and change the channels. That's going to be a sad day. Well, it came. How many of you guys, if you lose your remote, you don't even know how the damn TV works? I'll never get a cell phone. No way. I'll never get a smartphone. No way. I'll never get on the internet. No way. That's the same people that are saying, I'm not plugging into AI. I'm not going to get into virtual reality. That's bull crap. I don't want, but people like Richard Branson, that's a multi-billionaire, he only wants to cater to the 5%. See, he is really smart. He said instead of having one big company and everyone trying to make products for the masses, like Fruit of the Loom, Warren Buffett bought it. And he's like, I just help cover the asses of the masses, right? So that's one way of doing it. The other person is Richard Branson, the founder and the creator of the Virgin brand, that, I'm just going to create stuff for the top 5%. I'm going to create my cruise line, my island experience. Come out and stay with me at Wicker Island. Uh, uh, you know, um, I said it wrong. It's not Wicker, I don't think, but he's got his own island, right? And everything that he does, he caters to the top 5% of people. And if his company gets over 100 billion, or I mean 100 million, or the CEO does not know everyone in the company by a first name basis, he starts another company to compete with the company that person learned from. So people meet each other and say, "Oh my God, I used to sweep floors. I used to work in the Knicker Island." Thank you, Melody. And I've talked about that. I will be on Knicker Island with a group of people. Watch me, right? And it's all of a sudden where you're aware that you're dealing with distractions, that you're always living 8 seconds to 8 seconds, that you allow everything to take you out of daydreaming about the vision that you haven't created yet. So when I ask people, "Hey man, tell me where you're going to be 3 years from now." Hope I'm alive. I am not willing to be one of those people. I have not been one of those people from the day that I realized no one wanted me. As a young child, I realized that no one wanted me. Got taken away from my parents. And I was just like, "Hey, you know, uh, I'm going to learn how to live with this. I'm going to create my future because nobody is helping me create my future." See, I had to create where I was going and what I was going to do because I wasn't hanging around anybody that was doing it for me. Then all of a sudden, I become a part of Roger Penske's group. You become who you hang around. And now I'm all of a sudden, this guy is thinking 5 and 10 years from now. He told us, you know what my goal is one day is I'm going to own the Indianapolis 500 Speedway, the greatest race on earth. And we're like, wow. And now he owns it. Don't you love people like that? People that are going, I'm going to win a gold medal in the Olympics. Whatever. Do you know how many people say that? Ha ha ha. I'm going to help tens of thousands of people. I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to win a Grammy. I'm going to win an Oscar. I'm going to win a Tony. See, there's still a group of 5%ers that are optimistic, living in the future, creating their future, and allowing the universe to take all its powers and make it happen. They attract the resources, they attract the money, they attract everything they need to make it come happen. So that's why people don't understand. I don't understand why you would sleep in your office. I don't understand why you would work in a freaking garage. I can't believe you won't get a real job. See, it's like I'm okay with being all those weirdos, right? So you can either try to help someone create long-term thinking, or you can find people that have long-term thinking. See, I like doing the last. I like people going, "Hey, how can I do more? How can I impact more? How can I live the life that I've always dreamed that I could live?" Do you guys realize, man, because of social media, because of social media. Do you see some of the lifestyles that people live? It is like insane. And they give you a perfect path on how to do it. Every one of them will tell you. So, how much of the day do you spend thinking long term? So, it's not whether AI or robots are coming. I hang around with a 31-year-old that just created a gold bot. And I'm like, I don't need to understand stuff. I don't need to risk. No, I need to follow this guy. I met this guy 5.5 years ago almost. And I met this guy and I started doing what he told me to do. And the next thing I know, my wife has made 4.5 million. I know that's not typical. Yeah, because most people are not typical, right? Interesting, huh? So all I did is follow what he did. And now I have a passive residual income coming in every month, get paid again today, and make more today than most people make in a year. So now when he comes up with a new idea, I don't contemplate, to consider, to evaluate, go home, talk to my parakeet or dog. I figure out a way to make it happen. I'll figure out a way to make it happen. And some of you will start seeing me posting stuff, and then you're going like, yeah, but what if it doesn't work? That's why I did the video, right? Thanks to Craig. Well, what if it does work? Yeah, but what if it takes all your money? What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't make any percentage? Well, that's a problem because I've already made 9% on my money in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, but it's not available in the United States. Then I'd be figuring out a way to be able to work with someone that wasn't in the United States. You help enough people get what they want in life, you get what you want in life. Maybe this is great for some people that live in America because they actually have to focus on helping somebody else. What a concept. And of course, they have to get a membership to be able to use the GoBot. So, anyway, I just thought this was a great topic. Me and my son, Matthew, he gets the credit for this because we were thinking, wow, people just do not think long term. But it's pretty obvious that the people that do win. And I did a video on that as well. Win, win, win. So I love and appreciate you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. If I can do this, you can do this. I know you can. And if you don't believe you can, then you got to lean on my faith and belief that you can. So share this video. Do me a huge favor. Share this video with people. If you're watching for the first time, click that subscribe button. And if you're interested in getting involved in personally on with our inner circles, we're doing a breakthrough in a couple of hours after this video. And I just love and appreciate each and every one of you. I believe in you, and I know that you can do this. So bye for now, and see you on the next video.